All right, all right. We are live. Yes, this is your man, Jakim, from the Hard Talk with Jakim show. Listen, today I've got an interesting show because we're going to be talking about the Delaware property tax reassessment and school tax. Let me tell you something. It's also about the school tax. We're going to be talking about that. Big shout outs to our man, Dion. Yes, if you already know, Deion Sander had to go through some surgery. Prime Time had to go through some surgery for your health, bladder surgery. He found a tumor there and it was cancerous and they took the bladder out and they had a surgery. That's important. Also, let me give you the big shout out. So we're changing platforms or we're upgrading platforms. So tonight I will not be showing you any videos, but you got my smiling face for the next maybe half hour. So let's get into it, y'all. The Delaware property tax reassessment has been a failure. 100% failure. I have seen a ton of videos, a bunch of videos that a young lady had spilled the tea on TikTok. I've also seen articles from whether it be First State Update or other places. Even our local radio station here, WDEL, has had this on for some time now, and I've had it on for some time now. Our tax assessment here in Delaware is terrible.
The Hard Talk with Jakim show.
Yes, and on the Hard Talk with Jakim show, I've been telling you for years. It doesn't really matter Democrat or Republican in office. If you're poor and middle class in Delaware, you're going to get screwed. This property tax reassessment just confirms what I've been saying for years. The middle class and the poor are taking it on the chin. Yes, the final numbers are out. You can go onto the property search here in Newcastle. You can go onto your parcel search for Newcastle government, and you can tell that there's difference in different tax rates for different people, especially for the corporations and those who are connected. It's just what I see. I'm only going to talk about what I see. It's been alleged on many other places that political figures and those connected to political figures are getting a lower tax rate. And of course, those who aren't connected are getting a higher tax rate. This has been reported. So I'm going to say it. I have to say it. It's alleged. We don't know, but check this out. I want you to listen to, I don't have the video. I actually have it here because we're changing platforms, but listen to Spill the Tea on that same very subject that we're talking about, the reassessments here in Delaware. Check it out.
The lawsuit, which was supposed to fix Delaware's broken tax system, has actually turned into one of the largest betrayals in Newcastle County, Delaware history. In 2020, the ACLU, the NAACP, and local women's and parent groups sued Delaware counties. Their claim was that property tax assessments haven't been done in decades, some since 1983.
All right, so let me just stop it right there. And this is an issue that we need to bring up here. So this reassessment supposedly was started or initiated by the ACLU and the NAACP and for the behalves of middle class and low disenfranchised communities on their behalf. My question to you, did they ask you? My question to you, yes, we're 100% in agreement that low-performing schools and low-income areas do need a reassessment. But did the ACLU or NAACP or parent groups ask you? Did they have forums out Did we get prepared for this? Was there stuff that could have been done differently than what we have now? Oh, we've got a bunch of questions, y'all. Whether we have the questions on why Tyler Technologies was picked to do the whole state, who asked for the tax reassessment, why wasn't the reassessment done 10 years ago? Was it to keep a particular political group in power? That's why we haven't, in some cases, haven't had a tax assessment or reassessment in Delaware since 1983. And this is in some cases. I want to know. What do you think?
Who told you that was okay?
There are so many questions about this. I know City Council, Wilmington City Council has so many questions. Great elected officials on there were asking very good questions. Same thing as Newcastle County. You know, both of those bodies I rag a lot. City Council, Newcastle County Council. I rag them a lot. But there's members on both of those parties who have been asking the question about this reassessment from day one, from the start. As long as I have been asking about it, they have been asking about it. Big shout outs to you. We're going to get to a little bit of that, but listen to this part as well.
And because of that, wealthy areas were undertaxed and low-income schools were underfunded. They won, and in 2021, the court ordered a full property reassessment starting in Newcastle County. The goal was fair taxation, better funding for underperforming schools, and equity for poor and minority communities.
Now, yes, we all love the fact of having equity for all communities, even the communities that are normally underfunded, unjustly underfunded, should I say. But let me just give you this. If you didn't ask for it, if you didn't know about it, if you didn't see anything about it to be put on a petition or have any type of forum about it, then it's just other people dictating things to you in your life under the guise of doing helpful stuff, under the guise of good intentions. I do not have to tell you about all the bad things that go on in this world because of good intentions. Good intentions is not enough. I like transparency. See, there's a difference between transparency and honesty. Honesty is I ask you, let's just say in a relationship situation, I ask you where you were at, and you say, oh, I was out with blank, 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 blank. That's honesty, which is fine for some people. Transparency is higher than honesty. Transparency says, listen, I'm going out with XYZ. We're going to do XYZ. This is the laid plan that we are. That's transparency. And in government, transparency has to be number one. Has to be number one. So, yeah, I don't know about, I'm telling you right now, in my opinion, this reassessment is a failure. Now, let me just tell you about personal. How can two houses built at the same time have the same dimensions, area, everything same, and completed at the same time, have two different taxes for property, which shouldn't be, and for school tax, which shouldn't be. Neither one of them have senior credit. I know this personally. So that tells me that the flim-flam is on. That tells me that this property reassessment is a fugazi. I can't I can't be any clearer than I'm telling you right now. And other people say the same thing. This property reassessment is a fugazi. Listen to what she said right here.
But that's not actually what happened. We reviewed homes on the block of one county council member who supported that lawsuit, and I originally had his name in this piece. I have since removed it because I know people on the internet can be crazy, and I'm not wishing harm on anyone. I just want something to be done about this and things to be fixed for the vulnerable. Most of the homes there are assessed around $360,000. However, recent sales in that area go from about $530,000 to $540,000, and there have been multiple. One home at 900 North Bancroft Parkway sold last year for $530,000. However, it's reassessed for $316,000. Not just that, but the owner was told that they overpaid and they will now be receiving a tax credit.
All right, so again, this thing was supposed to help disenfranchised communities with their school taxes and turned out to be a big scam for everybody who wants to be rich. Look, they do this constantly. They do it constantly, and we can't be going forward. Your reassessment in Delaware is a scam. I know personally that in my neighborhood, houses that are exactly the same and do not have any senior discount or any other discount, should be the same tax rate for both houses on the same block. But when they aren't, what does that tell you? When you see houses that have sold for $500,000 that are now being taxed at $300,000 and are told wealthy $500,000 houses are being told, hey, you know, you're going to get a tax break. You're getting you got to know the flim flam is on. You've got to know you have been duped. You have got to know this. This is a scam. And in my opinion, if you check right now on the parcel search in Newcastle, I'm going to talk about Newcastle. I'm sure Kent and Sussex County has the same problems, but I'm going to talk about Newcastle. If you check where these politicians have their residency, I don't say live. You know that we've have a problem here in Delaware that people are representing districts that they don't actually live in. Allegedly, I'll say that. But if you start looking at these properties, I want you to see if those are the properties that they got a lower tax assessment as opposed to everybody else who are getting higher tax assessments. Look, I'm going to stay on this for a while. It's going to be an issue that is not going to go away because people are tired of being raised on Delmarva, being raised on the taxes, being raised on and getting nothing for their monies. Our schools aren't better. Our area is not better. You could come out any most day in Delaware and smell the foulness in the air from New Jersey, Maryland, or just our homegrown corporate polluters. Sometimes our water isn't fit to drink. I have to tell you, Wilmington water has been terrible for the last couple of months. I know they've had an algae grove, but Lord, they're not doing the thing. And of course, the answer is not to privatize, because private companies do it just as bad. Let's talk to some people who have artesian water. We have a problem here, Delaware, that we can fix, that we, the people, can fix. I'm telling you right now, stay on it, keep complaining, do what you have to do, but do not let them get away with this. This is taxation, not without representation, because we never have representation. I want to be represented by a good quality service. All right, y'all. I'm going to keep it short and sweet today. We're going to keep it at 15 minutes because we're going to be doing some more stuff on Friday. We're going to be doing some more stuff Saturday. I'm going to be all over. Let me just say this before I leave. Yes, I will be at Dr. Umar's grand opening for his particular school here in Wilmington. Some people have contacted me and some people have emailed me from around the country. Are you going to be there? Because Dr. Umar was doing a walkthrough, talking about it's almost completed. But let me just say this about that. And so that we'll have no issues and there'll be no misunderstandings. Anytime you do anything in this world for Black empowerment or Black uplift, it's going to be different. Oh no, it would be easier if it was for everybody. He would have got the money up. Now, I don't know what Dr. Umar has in his pocket, and I don't really care. I don't know if he's broke or not. I saw the video. I don't really care. I don't know why it took so long for him to open up the school. That part I've got a little care about. But here it is. I'm going to tell you something that is not a secret. When you're in this business, an activist for the uplift of Black folks around the world, it takes long because they don't get the funding that the silliness gets. They don't get the funding that the distraction gets. If it was for a silly movie, it'd have been done already. But because it's about a school that is going to benefit people that have not benefited from good education in Delaware, it takes longer. And it doesn't matter what it is. If it's for what some people might say pro-Black, yeah, it's going to take longer. All right, so I will be at the grand opening for that. I will keep you posted on those things. I'm going to keep you posted as much as they keep me posted. Keep yourself aware of this reassessment. Don't take it lying down. Because the problem, the program is to take all of these single-family homes and give them to corporations. That's the program. I'm just saying. You know the program. You've seen the program. Y'all know it. And big shout outs to Spilled the Tea on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook. She had very good takedowns on it. Watch me on the next couple of weeks that we have our comments and our memes, and we're going to give you the information about this reassessment. Check this out. One more.
So part of me is it's ironic that the block of the council member who supported this lawsuit got a major cut, and the east side of Wilmington is getting crushed.
Now, if you live on the east side of Wilmington and your taxes have gone up, if your school taxes have gone up, if you're a property owner over there, y'all can get in contact with me at btom6164. That's BTHOMP6164 at gmail.com. And let me just say this. If you're a renter, your rent is going to go up. You are not oblivious to it. It is going to affect you. Don't think that it's only affected people who own houses. If it's going to affect them, it automatically affects you. All right, y'all. This has been your Hard Talk with Jakim show. Yeah, I'll be your Huckleberry man. And it's been a pleasure. Remember, we got it going on a new program. We're going to go to a new platform. We're going to do a lot of good stuff. We'll be back with the Hard Talk with Jakim show. All right, later on this week. Peace.